and then we'll start with the discussion for today. Okay. Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari, Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari, Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari, Jaya Radha. Jaya Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivaradhari, Gopi Jana Vallabha. Jaya Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivaradhari. Yashodanandana Brajana Ranjana, Yashodanandana Brajana Ranjana, Yashodanandana Brajana Ranjana, Yashodanandana Brajana Ranjana, Yamuna Tira Vanachari, Yamuna Tira Vanachari, Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari, Jaya Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivaradhari, Yashodanandana Brajana Ranjana, Yashodanandana Brajana Ranjana, Yamuna Tira Vanachari, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Ram, Hare Hare. Jayo Prabhupada, Jayo Prabhupada, Jayo Prabhupada, Srila Prabhupada. Jayo Guru Deva, Jayo Guru Deva, Jayo Guru Deva, Jayo Guru Deva. Naam Sankirtan ki, Shri Prabhupada ki. Okay, so we'll recite the Mangacharan prayers quickly and then we'll start, okay? Om Ajnanatimirandasya Gyananjana Shalakaya Chakshur Unmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Shri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Sthapitam Yena Bhutale Soyam Rupakadamayam Dadati Swapadantikam Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Utapadakamalam Shri Gurun Vaishnavamscha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Rughunatam Vitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagana Lalita Shri Vishakhanvitamscha नमो विष्णुपादाय कृष्णपृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदांत स्वामिन् इति नामिने नमस्ते सरस्वते देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्यादेशतारिणे हे कृष्ण करुणा सिंधु दीनबंधो जगत्पते गोपेशा गोपिका कांता राधा कांत नमोस्तुते तप्त कांचन गौरांगी श्री राधे वृंदावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिय पांचाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिंधुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवास आदि गौर भक्त वृंदा। हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। नारायणं नमस्कृत्यं नरं चैव नरोत्तमं देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं ततो जयम् उदीरयेत्। नष्टप्रायेषु भद्रेषु नित्यं भागवत सेवया भगवती उत्तमश्लोके भक्तिर्भवति नैष्ठिकी। कृष्णाय वासुदेवाय देवकी नंदनाय च नंदगोपकुमाराय गोविंदाय नमो नमः। श्री चंद्र भगवान की। Don't you look so beautiful today? Absolutely beautiful. Okay. Thank you so much everyone for joining once again for Sunday Feast. Is there anyone for the first time temple? Just want to make sure. Okay. The first time? Oh, thank you so much for coming. Hopefully, how old is she? 4. So we have a children Sunday school for kids downstairs. If you wish, you can send, she can be here, whatever you prefer. There are a lot of kids downstairs. There are different age groups. We have three different classes based on age groups. And the kids, they do the Sunday school, and the adults, they hear it. So if you wish to, just want to let you know. Yeah. Thank you so much. Okay. Thank you so much for coming once again. Today, I was thinking of talking about this a very different topic. So normally we talk about special topics on special days. There will be events on special days and we talk about them. But I was thinking, why to speak of special topics on the special event? Why can't we speak other days? For example, Balram Purnima, Balram Jayanti comes, or Balram Purnima comes. Why do you talk about Lord Balram on that particular day? Why can't we speak about other days? Right? So I was thinking about speaking something on Gopāṣṭami. Okay? Everyone knows what Gopāṣṭami is? Or even who doesn't know? Everyone knows or doesn't know? It's like, yes, no. We're not sure what to speak. Okay, Prabhuji, okay. At least for honest reply. Okay. Gopāṣṭami is that particular time or that event where Krishna transitioned from herding the calves to cows. So Krishna became Vatsapal to Gopal. Okay, Vatsa means what? Vatsa means calves. Baby cows, right? And Go means cows. Okay. So I'll read one verse, or at least translation of one verse from Srimad Bhagavatam. I'll read the purport to the particular verse and then we'll speak. And I'm pretty sure I won't be able to complete this in one session. Okay? I'll try my best though. So the verse is from the 10th canto of Srimad Bhagavatam, chapter number 15, verse number 1. Okay? Okay, I'll sing the verse. Okay? If you have your phone, you can please take the phone out. Go to vedabase.io, Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 10, Chapter 15, verse number 1. Okay? Shri Shukha Uvacha Tatascha Paugandavayashitau Braje Bahubatu Stau Pushipala Sammatau Gayashcharanto sakhabi sampader Vrindavanam punyam ativa chakratu. So the verse, translation goes like this. Shukadeva Goswami said, when Lord Rama and Lord Krishna attained the age of Pauganda, 6 to 10, by living in Vrindavan, the cowherd men allowed them to take up the task of tending the cows. Engaging thus in the company of their friends, the two boys rendered the land of Vrindavan most auspicious by imprinting upon it the marks of the lotus feet. The purport by Prabhupada. Lord Krishna wanted to encourage his cowherd friends, boyfriends, who had been swallowed by Aghasur and then stolen by Lord Brahma. Therefore, the Lord decided to bring them into the palm tree forest called Talavan, where there were many delicious ripe fruits. Since Lord Krishna's spiritual body had apparently grown slightly in age and strength, the senior men of Vrindavan, headed by Nanda Maharaj, decided to promote Krishna from the task of herding calves to the status of a regular cowherd boy. He would now take care of the full-grown cows, bulls and oxen. Out of great affection, Nanda Maharaj had previously considered Krishna too small and immature to take care of full-grown cows and bulls. It is stated in the Kartika Mahatmya section of the Padma Puran, translation, the 8th lunar day of the bright fortnight of the month of Kartika is known by authorities as Gopāṣṭami. From that day, Lord Vasudeva served as a cowherd, whereas previously he had tended the calves. The word Padehi indicates that Lord Krishna blessed the earth by walking on her surface with his lotus feet. The Lord wore no shoes or other foot gear, but walked barefoot in the forest, giving great anxiety to the girls of Vrindavan, who feared that his soft lotus feet would be injured. Okay, it's a very, very, very nice verse. So, we start talking about, yes? Canto 10, chapter 15, verse number 1. Yep, thank you. Okay, so Krishna enacts so many wonderful pastimes to attract our heart. Okay, we have in the Bhagavad Gita, chapter 4, verse number 9, Janma karma cha me divyam evam yo vaiti tatpataha. Right? And Krishna says that what happens, he knows his janma karma in tattva. Taktva diham punajarma neti mameti. When does it take birth again? Right? So these are all transcendent. These are not human activities, they are human-like activities. It's called Naravat Lila. It's called not human activities, Naravat, like human activities. And what is they are transcendental activities. They seem like normal activities which we do, but they are not. Right? So now, once we know the person who's doing all these activities, then we can really appreciate what he is doing. Okay? In the third canto of Srimad Bhagavatam, in fact, second canto of Srimad Bhagavatam also, Brahma actually describes all different Leela avatars of Krishna. Okay? And at the end, he actually starts with Purusha avatars and then systematically goes. Why is that? If you understand who is Shiva Daksha Vishnu, lying on the milk ocean, Shri Sagar, right? The entire universe comes from whom? One universe, Garbhodaksha Vishnu, from the navel of Garbhodaksha Vishnu. And this one universe comes from whom? Karuna, the Mahavishnu, who is sleeping on the causal ocean. Right? So we just see the magnitude, how big in one way, right? How beautiful, how big his Karuna Daksha Mahavishnu, just by his exhaling, universes come out from his pores of his skin. Right? But this Mahavishnu is just an amsha, a part of who? Of Krishna. And that Krishna descends to this material world. Just imagine, right? Ete chamsa kalha pumsam krishnastu bhagwan soyam. First canto Bhagavatam, all the different avatars have been mentioned, and then at the end says, Ete means this, all the previous mentioned. Kalha, they're all parts. Krishnastu Bhagavan Swam. That personality, that supreme personality of Godhead comes down, descends on himself, right? And exhibits these wonderful pastimes. And the home of Vrindavan is actually more glorious in Golok Vrindavan in one way. So if you see in Gopi Geet, he says, Jayati te dhikam janmana vraja shayata indira shashvat atrahi. Jayati te adhikam. Vrindavan adhikam jayati. Vrindavan is more glorious. But Krishna appeared here. Oh, Krishna is doing pastimes. Why? Because in Golok Vrindavan there is no birth of Krishna. There is no pastime of Krishna appearing. Only in Bhama Vrindavan is there. The Krishna increases the age. Apparently, it goes from Kaumara to Pauganda. This pastime does not exist in Golok Vrindavan. He is eternally Nava Yauvanamcha in Golok Vrindavan. So this Bhama Vrindavan is even more glorious in one way than Golok Vrindavan. Because Krishna exhibits his Bal Leela in Bhama Vrindavan. Right? So now, knowing who Krishna is, we should not be lazy to know who Krishna is. There's a very beautiful verse in Chaitanya Charitamrita. Siddhanta bole chitta na kara alas, yaha hoite Krishna lage sudhida manas. The translation goes, a sincere student should not neglect the discussions of such conclusions, considering them controversial. For such discussions strengthen the mind. So in the purport of this particular verse, Prabhupada has a very beautiful couple of sentences. I'll just read a sentence. Neophytes in devotional service must always alertly understand Krishna through the vision of the revealed scriptures. Instead of speculating through our mind, we should understand through Shastra Chakshu. Right? So, through the vision of the revealed scriptures, the bona fide devotees and the spiritual master. Unless one hears about Sri Krishna from such authorities, one cannot make advancement in devotion to Sri Krishna. We should hear. Right? First and the foremost authority is hearing, Shravanam. The seed of devotion cannot sprout unless watered by the process of hearing and chanting. So the Bhakti Lata, the seed of Bhakti, has to be watered with what? Shravanam and Kirtanam. Right? Seed water. Right? One should submissively receive by the process of hearing. One should submissively receive the transcendental messages from spiritually advanced sources and chant the very same messages for one's own benefit as well as the benefit of one's audience. We should not just hear, we should speak to others also about Krishna's pastimes. And Krishna said in Bhagavad Gita as well, at the very end, the one who distributes his message is very, very dear to me. Right? One should not just receive the message, one should share it also. Right? So now Krishna comes to attract our heart by doing all the wonderful pastimes. So, and those, as I mentioned, we should not just receive the pastime, hear the pastime, we should distribute it. Because by distributing it, we come very close to Krishna. So this is confirmed by the Gopis of Vrindavan as well. The most celebrated verse amongst the necklace of verses, the Gopi Geet. But which is the most favorite verse of Mahaprabhu from the Gopi Geet? The most favorite verse of Mahaprabhu. Anyone knows? Prabhu, you know, I know. Tava kathamritam tapta jivanam kavibiriditam kalmashapaham Ishitaya Sachindev Bhagwan ki jai, Lakshmi Narasimha Bhagwan ki jai, Prabhupada ki jai. One who sings this Gopi Geet in front of Mahaprabhu, he becomes extremely happy. Very, very, very happy. Tava kathamritam tapta jivanam kavibiriditam kalmashapaham Shavanamangalam Srimadatam Bhuvigrinanti ye bhurida jana. So, Prataprudya Maharaj in Chaitanya Charitamrita, chapter number 14 of Madhya the Thadra pastime. So, Mahaprabhu was not giving audience to King Prataprudra. And what happened? Tava kathamritam shloka raja e padila uti premavesh prabhu alingana kaila. Just by, Prataprudya Maharaj just told Tava kathamritam, that's it. Mahaprabhu was lying down, just got up and just hugged. Premavesha alingana kaila, just hugged Pratapdura Maharaj. They hugged him. And what did you call him? Bhurida, Bhurida. The Bhurida word is used at the end of the shloka, which has been Bhurida Jana. Bhurida means the most munificent, the most benevolent, the most magnanimous. One who distributes this nectar of Krishna Katha is the most magnanimous of all people. So we should not just hear, we should share, because we become very, very dear to Krishna. We should share in whatever capacity we can to others. We don't have to be ex-scholar in Sanskrit or eloquent in English, speak native language, whatever language you have, with whomever we can, share Krishna. And Krishna becomes very happy, very pleased. Srila Prabhupada will become very pleased. Srila Prabhupada becomes pleased, Krishna will automatically become pleased, for sure. Right? So, Gopāṣṭami. Gopāṣṭami is very, very one of the very sweet pastimes of Krishna. And just to give a background, everyone knows the pastime of Aghasur, the python, right? So Aghasur came to kill. Agha means sin. Sura means demon. A demon personified of sin. Sin personified demon is Aghasur, right? So he came to kill Krishna on the orders of Kamsa, right? And he took the form of big python. And then finally, Krishna, his friends looked at Krishna, and looking at Krishna, they entered into the mouth. They said, "Oh, it looks like a big python. Let's go inside." What? Because we have full confidence in Krishna. If something happens, Krishna is there. No tension. Tension lene ka, nahi dene ka. Let's give tension to Krishna. He's his headache, not our headache. We'll go inside. Right? So, this went in, and Krishna expanded his body and choked Aghasur. Just like he put a hand inside Keshi and expanded his hand and choked him. Keshi demon as well. So, expanded Aghasur merged into the body of Krishna. The pastime is mentioned in Srimad Bhagavatam. And now, they were all grazing the calves at that particular point of time. And finally they found, okay, let's sit. They used to take lunch boxes and where used to keep? They used to keep on the tree branches of the tree, the lunch boxes, everyone. And they found a very flat spot. Okay, let's sit together. And Krishna would sit in the middle, and all his friends would sit like a whole of a lotus, Krishna in the middle of, and everyone would see Krishna looking at them. Krishna looking at that particular Gopa. So Krishna is sitting like if I'm sitting like this, the person behind me will see my back. But with Krishna, they're seeing that Krishna is looking at me. We say, right, in Purusha Sukta, he has multiple faces everywhere he can see. Sarvato Mukham. We see Narasimha Stuti as well. Ugram Veeram Mahavishnum Jwalantam Sarvato Mukham. Looks at everywhere at once. He can look at everywhere at once. Krishna's like that. Right? So they started having, beautiful descriptions are there. Krishna will snatch their tiffins. And when the person, the Gopa will come, "Oh, my tiffin. They'll throw it far away. And they'll, "No, my tiffin, throw far away." Krishna, they just keep playing, and finally the Gopa becomes very sad. Okay, fine, take it. They will take each other's tiffin. They will give Krishna, "Oh, Krishna, this, see, my mother made this today." Krishna will, "Oh, very nice, very nice." They'll exchange. Wonderful pastime is going on. And Lord Brahma decides to test Krishna's prowess. Different details. So, Brahma Leela happened. Right? After Lord Brahma kidnaps the Gopas, the calves, Krishna takes the form of the calves and the Gopas, exact replica, in the sense, it is every mannerisms, everything same. And that way, 1 year passed. Because Brahma apparently went to sneak peek and he came back according to his time. But his sneak or just, turning away was like 1 year in human time. Now after that, the beautiful prayers, chapter 14, basically talks about the prayers of Lord Brahma. I think there are 50 verses Absolutely beautiful prayers of Lord Brahma. Canto 10, chapter 14. And after that, this chapter comes, killing of Dhenukasur. And this is the first verse we read today. So, the chapter 14, Krishna was tending what? Who? The calves. And the first verse of chapter 15 is Krishna tending the cows. So, in between this happened what? Gopāṣṭami. This is the transition verse. From tending calves to cows. Okay. So now, the different age groups, the Kaumara, Paugonda, Kaishora and Yauvana. 0 to 5, 6 to 10, 11 to 15 and 16 and above. And Krishna doesn't go beyond 16. Nava Yauvanamcha. Right? So, Krishna was tending calves from 0 to 5. And when he turned 6, he entered into the Paugonda realm. And things started to change. Okay? And as I mentioned, most probably this will take another session also. Things started to change. So let's dive into that ocean of nectar of Krishna Katha of Gopāṣṭami. Okay? Now, Mother Yashoda, in Nandagram, if you go, it's the top of the hill, Nandishwara hill. Nandishwara hill is Lord Shiva becoming that hill. He told, I want to serve you. I want the dust of the Brajavasis on my head. I want to serve you. And then Nandishwara, the Ishwara of Nandi, became the Nandishwara hill. On top of his what? Nandagram. Right? The beautiful palace, residence of Nanda Maharaj. And Mother Yashoda was sitting in the courtyard and talking to the wife of Abhinanda. Abhinanda, who is Nanda Maharaj, there are 5 siblings. The eldest one, Upananda. Second one, Abhinanda. Or Nanda Maharaj, the middle. Younger than him is Sananda. And the youngest is what? Nandana. So his first one is Upananda, Abhinanda, Nanda, Sananda and Nandana. So Nanda Maharaj is the middle of the 5. Okay. So now, Mother Yashoda was discussing with the wife of Abhinanda. Okay, she came there and she was asking, oh, Mandarani, how is it going? Kya hal chal? What's going on? And Nanda Maharaj, Yashoda says, there's been a lot of changes going on. A lot of changes. What change? I'm seeing a lot of changes in Krishna. Really? Do you care to elaborate more? What changes are you seeing? So, Mother Yashoda started saying that, previously I used to give him oil massage. In India, or at least even now. Here it may not be so much, but previously I used to apply oil on the body, sit for some time, and then take bath. So Mother Yashoda used to give nice oil massage to Krishna, and then Krishna take bath. But now, he doesn't like to get oil massage from me. He's feeling very shy. He doesn't like to get undressed before me. He applies oil himself, and then immediately goes to take bath. Badal gaya baat. He's changed. Right? And Gopal Champu mentions Krishna's chest starts getting broad. He's becoming more big. And he mentioned that we have in kids we have milestones, right? 6-month milestone, 7th-month milestone, 8 months milestone. It says that Krishna's milestone is 1.5x faster. So he shows the symptoms of reaching a milestone quicker than other kids, right? So Mother Yashoda is saying he's changed a lot. He's not as as he used to be. And at the same time, Nanda Maharaj is discussing with his 2 younger brothers. Who are the 2 younger brothers? Sananda and Nandana. Okay. So Nanda Maharaj is saying, Krishna is, more respectful to this, nowadays. Previously he used to come and say, oh Baba, and just hug and do all this naughty stuff. No, it's more respectful. Comes over pranams, doesn't do the all kind of, the naughty stuff has reduced a bit. But, you know, in front of me, he's very respectful, but towards you both, he's very carefree. He comes and talks very nicely to you guys. And just the other day, I saw him talking to you both. What was he talking to you? You know, he doesn't talk much to me nowadays. Very respectful, Baba. Pranam. Pailagu. But to you, he was talking very nicely. Can you tell me what was he talking about? So, Nandamara, the two brothers, Nanda and Nandana, start saying, oh, okay, that thing. The Krishna was expressing his desire. What desire was that? So Krishna started saying, Baba looks very tired. He's getting old. He had late children, Nanda Maharaj and Mother Yashoda and Rani. He looks very tired. He's getting old. And even though he is the Brajaraj, he is the king of Braja, he has 900,000 cows, he still goes himself for Gocharan. He takes the cows himself, leading by example. Jad acharati shreshtas. It should be example. He goes by himself and he's so old. He looks very tired after taking care of the cows the whole day. So I'm thinking I should take this responsibility. I want to take care of the cows. He's getting old, so I should take the responsibility of taking care of the cows. But before that, I need some training. So Nanda Maharaj is laughing, hearing all this. He's speaking like a big, choti mu badi baat, small mouth, talking big, talking like a big person. Training, I take responsibility him, polar opposites. Right? So then Nanda Maharaj is laughing, is happy. Okay. So the next day, Nanda Maharaj just say, Krishna, Balram, let's go. Just come with me today. So you want to give some sneak peek, some make them acquaint with what's going on, how does it work, right? He said, come, let's go to the forest. So now, Krishna wanted to, there are many reasons for Krishna to enact or to take care of the cows, transition from calves to cows. Why? Because Krishna wanted to reciprocate with every living entity, with everyone. He's Rasaraj, right? He is the enjoyer, he is a king of all rasas. But to exchange that, there has to be someone to exchange it with, right? So, right, because he was tending the calves, he was very close to the house. The calves don't go far. Now there's so many different entities in the forest. The trees, the birds, the insects, they're waiting for Krishna to come so you can serve him. And for that to happen, Krishna has to venture out deep into the forest. Right? So, and not only that, all this while, Krishna was very close with Mother Yashoda. He's always like a leech with Mother Yashoda, to Mother Yashoda. He wanted to reciprocate Nanda Maharaj also. Right? So he went with Nanda Maharaj to the forest and he hugged him. Baba, reciprocating with Nanda Maharaj. And they spent a lot of time together. And he used to ask a lot of questions. Baba, why do the bird feathers, why do they have tails? Do they feel hot? Simple, silly questions. Why do the monkeys have tails? Why don't we have tails? And they said, oh Baba, I see that male peacocks, right? They're so beautiful. But the female peacocks are not so beautiful. Why is that? Is that why you are more beautiful than Maya? He is applying maska, butter, because he wants to ask, then Baba, I want the cows. He's making the platform ready. Making, setting the stage. He's applying maska. Then the Maharaj knows what he wants, right? Because he heard it from his brothers, right? So, when the Maharaj showed, what is going on, how to do stuff, and they came back. But now, Maya Yashoda becomes very anxious. So she would say, she would stay in the courtyard and she would cook, come back up and see where is Krishna. Krishna said, okay. Cook, come back. She would never let, or she never wanted to let Krishna out of her sight. My Lalla. Right? Always within the eyes, within the line of sight. Right? So, but Krishna came for what? Paritrana sadhunam. To give pleasure to the devotees. In the purport to that particular verse in Bhagavad Gita, Prabhupada mentions that, Acharyas mention, and Prabhupada is repeating that, saying that the three different reasons why Krishna comes in this material world, but Paritrana sadhunam is the most, giving pleasure to the devotees is of the utmost priority for Krishna. Killing the demons, my Amsha can do, or anyone can do it. I don't have to come personally. Right? Dharma samsthapana, I don't have to come personally. Krishna sent Sri Prabhupada, established the Yuga Dharma. He did himself. But Krishna doesn't have to come personally to set all this stuff. But Paritrana, pleasing the devotees, Krishna has to come. Krishna wants to come. Right? As I mentioned, there are a lot of living entities in the forest. The yogis who have done lots of tapasya, waiting to reciprocate with Krishna. And Krishna wants to reciprocate with them. Right? Ye yathamam prapadyante. Right? So Krishna wants to go into the forest. Now Maya Yashoda becomes very anxious. What if, he goes, takes the cows, and the cows don't have horns, right? The cows have horns, and the cows and Krishna becomes careless and but we get hurt. Not possible. Krishna, from tomorrow, you're not going anywhere. Curfew. Grounded. No more going out. Right? So, it becomes, Mayosha was very afraid. No, he's starting to get out of control. No, I can't control him. I can't rein him. Right? So, Krishna says, come to Mother Yashoda. Maya, last year I was very weak. But this year I'm very strong. Last year I was not very intelligent. This year I'm very intelligent. Last year I did not know geography very much. This year I know very good geography. These three things are required for a cowherd. They should be strong. Hold the cows. And the cows are very strong. Hold the cows. Very intelligent. We should know, be very intelligent how to take care of the cows, manage the cows. And you should know geography. We should take the cows and you're lost yourself. Like, where am I? That's not a very good trait for a cowherd. The cowherd should know where you are at any point of time, how far away from home. The cowherd should know. So these things are required. Strength, intelligence, and geography. Knowledge. So Krishna said, last year I didn't have anything. I was very weak, but this time very strong. Maya said, Acha. You're perfect, you are very strong. You're strong enough that you can't even lift the butter pot. And because you can't lift butter pot, you drop it. You're very strong. Sarcastic remark. Very nice, so strong you are. So Krishna says, okay, at least I'm intelligent for sure. Oh yes, you are very intelligent. Lalla, you are so intelligent, I can't say. What can I say? When I say to eat healthy, you go to neighbor's house and eat butter. When I say you come eat in our house, you start eating dirt. You're very intelligent. Very nice. So Krishna is being beaten everywhere. His arguments have been broken. Right? Then Krishna says, Maya, geography. Last. Then Maya said, that I can agree. That thing is right. You know the geography, the road to the heart of all devotees, of all the Brajavasis. You have paved the path and you know how to reach the heart of the devotees. That is true. I agree. It's a very loving sentiment. It's so, in the 10th canto Bhagavatam, 8th chapter, the description in 25th verse, descriptions are given. How restless Krishna was. The different terms used: Shringi, Agni, Damshtri, Asi, Jala, and Dvija. Shringi means what? Horns. Krishna loved to hold the horns of the cows and wrestle with them. How dangerous, you know how dangerous it is? It's very dangerous. Agni, you see the fire, I'll put hand in the fire. Damshtri means teeth. He'll put hand in the mouth of the cows, or of animals which claws and teeth, like monkeys, the dogs, the cats. Then Asi means what? Sword. He would see very sword. I will fight, and they will take, and Balram will fight the sword. So he would cause utter chaos in the hearts of his mothers. That's how restless he was. So Mother Yashoda is trying to figure out, I can't trust him to do it. I can't trust him with himself. Forget about the cows. Right? So the very beautiful, maybe sometime later maybe. So just go ahead. So Krishna says, Maya, ask Balram. He watch for me, pakka. Ask Balram. So Balram says, Maya, Krishna is very strong, Mama. Yeah, pakka, don't worry. He's very strong, he's very intelligent. You know geography, I watch for Krishna. So Maya says, okay, I let Krishna go for to tend the cows, but on some conditions. What are the conditions? Okay, very nice. This very sweet conditions. Okay, the first condition: make sure you feed him every 3 hours. He becomes hungry every 3 hours. Make sure you feed him. Sometimes because of hunger, he may climb a tree. And climbing a tree, and after he climbs a tree, some things can happen. What can happen? He doesn't know how to climb down. He doesn't know how to jump. He's afraid. He's fearful of jumping. And then with fruit on the trees, which may be poisoned by snakes, he can't distinguish between those. Make sure, keep feeding him. Jagannath. Just keep feeding. Keep feeding him prasad. Jagannath is very, very fond of prasadam. Just to give a sidetrack, we come back again. I was hearing this from His Holiness Bhakti Purushottam Maharaj. He went to one place for Rath Yatra, and devotees kept saying, Maharaj, the Rath keeps stopping so frequently that we are not able to move even a decent pace. I don't know, we don't know what's happening. So Maharaj asked, are you feeding him? No. Just feed him and see what happens. The king gave him prasadam, and that did not stop. The Rath just went. Keep feeding Jagannathji and make it happen. So keep feeding Krishna. Say God, say Krishna, say Jagannath. Okay, say Jagannath. Keep feeding every 3 hours. Right? Second, if there is any kunda or sarovar or nadi, river, anywhere, make sure that Krishna doesn't go near them. Because he doesn't know how to swim. In excitement, he will just jump. And bachao, bachao, save, save. He doesn't know how to swim. So make sure he doesn't go anywhere near all the water bodies. Okay. Maya done. Anything else? Yes. Okay. Don't go too deep into the forest for a few days. He doesn't have, he's not habituated to it. He can't walk for so long. Make sure just touch, and just come back. Just touch and come back. Don't go too deep. Okay, Maya. Anything else? Yes. Acha, ek baar. Okay. What is that? There are many caves, holes, gufa, you say, right? In the forest. Make sure Krishna doesn't go in any of them. Because if he goes sometimes, he may get stuck there and he starts screaming, we can't hear. You are with your friends and he can't hear, he just keeps screaming. Don't make that. So make sure you don't leave Krishna's hand. Very quick. Just make sure you hold his hand tightly. Even if he wants to let your hand go, don't. Just keep holding him. Do not leave. Done, Maya. We'll do it. Okay. So even though Balram gave assurance, Maya Yashoda is still, he said yes to everything because they want to go. So he's still feeling anxious, hesitant, reluctant, right? So one day Nanda Maharaj and Mother Yashoda was discussing about what is happening with all this, this discussion going on, this hot topic with Upananda. So Nanda Maharaj, even though he is the middle, the third son of the five siblings, he is the king of Raj, not Upananda, not Abhinanda, the elder, right? Because they unanimously decided, Nanda, you have the most perfect character amongst all of us. So we are going to crown you the king of Raj. But then Nanda Maharaj said, okay, I accept it, but with condition. What condition? Anything, any discussion, any decision which I will take, it will only after taking your consultation and your approval. That is condition. Okay. So as Nanda Maharaj knows, Krishna wants 10 cows. Maya knows Krishna wants 10 cows. And of course, Nanda Maharaj went to Upananda, asked for consultation. What to do? Bhaiya, kya kare, what to do? So, Nandana and Sananda said that Krishna has expressed his desire to us also. That he really wants to tend the cows. Nanda Maharaj is, feeling the Vatsalya Bhav, saying, oh, Bachcha, he's still a child. He can't go. Even though he says he can go, but he can't go. Upananda says, no. You may think like that, but I think he's right. He's fit he's grown up enough to take care of the cows. So Upananda gives approval. Okay. Abhinanda says, same here. I concur. So now the two elder brothers have said yes. Then Maya said, Acha, okay. Then if you think, then fine. And Maya Yashoda says, everyone's saying yes. How can I be odd woman out? Okay, she reluctantly, hesitatingly, okay, fine. But she was not fully confident. But she said, yes, okay, theek hai. Just like, when we have prasad, what is for today's lunch? Today's lunch is gulab jamun. That's it. What is for lunch? There's lunch. If you give there's one preparation, it should be variety of preparations. Right? So Krishna wanted to give some variety in the loving reciprocation with his devotees. Krishna wanted to give some flavor. What is the flavor talking about? Sambhoga was there, right? The union. Krishna was always with Mother Yashoda, with Nanda Maharaj. He wanted to give the taste of separation. Vipralambha. Okay. So this is called Prema Dhwara, the river of love, ecstatic love. And this river has, any river has two banks, right? This river of love has two banks, separation and union. Without these two banks, the river can't flow, right? So in Ujjwala Neelamani, a very, very esoteric book, basically you could say the advanced version of Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu, gives the analogy or compares the ecstatic love of prema of the devotees, in Vatsalya Bhav, Sakhya Bhav, any love you take, compares that to a snake. Ahir iva gati premna swabhavo kutilo bhavet. Ahir means snake. Why is compared like a snake? The snake goes left, right. But is it moving forward? It goes left, right, but goes forward. Similarly, union, separation. It may look like two opposite things, but union, separation. It just goes, the love is just progressively increasing. That's why compared to us. Rupa Goswami compares that, the love, the prema, to a snake. Because snake takes left, right, only to progress forward. Similarly, this Vipralambha, this separation, union happens just to progress, just to increase the intensity of the love. Okay, so Krishna wanted to give the taste. Maya, Nanda Maharaj, Baba, you experienced union for such a long time. I want to increase the intensity of that love more. So, will be for some time. And then I'll come back. So during the day, separation, and night, union. Separation, union. नीलकुन्तलेर् वरुपनरुहाननं बिभ्रत आवृतं घनरजस्वलं दर्शयन्मुहुर् मनसि न स्मरं वीरयच्छसि. He says, Dina Parikshaye. They're waiting for the day to come close, for the day to come close. And they're describing Krishna, Neela Kunteler. How many of you know Balayaj? Girls do Balayaj, they could highlights. Krishna was the first person. Neela Kunteler, he has black with blue tinge. He has black hair with blue tinge. Neela Kunteler. Highlight. So he has black locks of curly hair with blue tinge of blue. And Manaruhananam Bibhratabratam. And you are covered with the dust of Braj. You are coming at the end, while all the covers are coming at the end of the day, you are covered with full dust of Braj. Now Maya Yashoda will send him with full decorations. A Kasturi Tilak. Kasturi Tilakam Lalata Patalam Vakshastale Kaustubham. Oh, very fully decorated, very nice ornaments, everything tip top. Krishna enters the forest, take the mud, full Braj Raj on the body, on the face. Right? That's Krishna's, how much he loves the Braj Raj. Especially the dust raised from the foot, the hoofs of the cows. Okay. So at the end of the day, you repeatedly shows us your lotus face covered with dark blue locks of hair. Thickly, full thick layer of dust, Braj Raj. Right? So the glory of Braj Raj is so powerful. The dust of Braj is so powerful. Raskhan, one of the very wonderful poets of Vrindavan, long time back, he says, Mukti kahe Gopal se, meri mukti bataye. Braj Raj sir pe udi aur mukti mukt ho jaye. What it means? Mukti kahe Gopal. The mukti, the personification of liberation, comes and says, Mukti kahe Gopal se, oh my dear Lord, Shishinitai Sachindev Bhagwan ki jai, Lakshmi Narasimhadev Bhagwan ki jai, Shri Prabhupada ki jai. So, Mukti comes in front of Gopal and says, oh my dear Lord, I am giving liberation to everyone. But who will give liberation to me? Mukti kahe Gopal se, meri mukti bataye. Krishna took some dust, put on the forehead of Mukti. Braj Raj udi, mastak pe udi. To mukti mukt ho jaye. Mukti becomes liberated. That is the glory of the dust of Braj. We may think as normal sand or whatever it is, but it's extremely potent. One of the three most potent things in Bhakti mentioned in Chaitanya Charitamrita. Bhakta pada dhuli, bhakta pada jal, bhakta bhukti avishesha eteen mahabal. Bhakta pada dhuli, the dust of the lotus feet of devotees. Vrindavan is full of devotees. The walking is Braj Raj, is so powerful, is so tasty. Krishna couldn't help himself to eat, but eat. That's why he ate the mud. Madhavakshan Leela. Right? So, coming back topic again. So finally, Madhusha agrees because Krishna is pleased. Their sole aim, what makes Krishna happy? So Krishna is very happy by going, out tend the cows. Okay, fine. If that's what makes Krishna happy, so be it. Right? So, and one of the reasons was Krishna's friend used to tease him. Why your parents don't give you the charge of tending the cows? Because they don't trust you. Trust issues. So they used to keep teasing Krishna all different ways. They sakhya ras. The friendship of eternal friendship. Friends, just imagine God, he comes and slaps on the back. Hey, chal hat. That's love, right? So, till 28, I'll stop at this particular point. This maybe the next session, whenever I get a chance, I'll complete from here, part 2, and there's the last part of Gopāṣṭami. A few more details are there. So at this particular point of time, Mother Yashoda has reluctantly agreed to let Krishna go or take charge of the cows. And then the Maharaj and everyone is ready. Now, next part, we'll see next time. Thank you so much. Kandrashri Bhagavatam ki jai, Gopāṣṭami Mahamotsav ki jai, Shri Nitai Satchidananda Bhagwan ki jai, Hare Krishna Prabhupada ki jai. Are there any questions? Shri Prabhupada ki jai. One more bit. Are there any questions or anything? Any reflections or anything else? Yes, Prabhu.
Two sides of the river. It's a very good analogy. And it's also said that separation has meaning when there is unity.
Yes.
Similarly, unity has meaning when there is separation.
Yes. That's true.
And the other aspect is separation is not just for the devotees are experiencing. The Lord Himself is.
Yes, absolutely, Prabhu. Perfect. Yes. The devotees, the Krishna is also experiencing separation. He wants so. Just to add to the particular point, after Brahma Vimon Leela, Brahma was offering prayers to Krishna. Krishna was standing and waiting, hearing, but internally he was saying, "Kab khatam karega? When will he finish?" Because he is impatient. My friends are waiting. He is feeling separation from his devotees. When will I go back? Right? So that's Prabhu. Thank you so much. So let's attend the Aarti of Shri Satchidananda. Please sing and dance. Hare Krishna.